Every city in the world has pros and cons of living there. But what exactly are these pros and cons? So today we're going to get very specific on what the pros and cons of living in Tirana, Albania are in 2022.
So we're going to start the video off on the pros, and the first pro that comes to our minds anyways is Tirana. If you are coming to this city as a tourist or as an expat and you're used to living in countries where you're spending euro or US dollars or even Canadian dollars, this is a very livable and affordable city to live. You will find that you will literally cut your costs almost in half immediately when you enter this city, and it's a really great plus and a big pro of Tirana, Albania.
Speaking of the dollar and US Americans, just on a little side note that you should maybe be aware of, the immigration laws for US Americans were just changed. Before 1st of February, every single American entering Albania automatically got 1 year as a visa. Now it has been changed to only 3 months. So US Americans now get the same visa as Europeans. The second pro on our list today is the food. Oh my God, the food. Don't even let me get started on that. Albania is the place to come if you are into fresh meat and fresh vegetables, and especially if you like all things organic. No matter where you go here, you will always find organic food. On a little side note, maybe if you are vegan or vegetarian, it might become a little bit difficult, not in Tirana itself, but if you are in the countryside here and there, it might be an issue.
Just as an addition to that, on the food topic, the price in comparison to the value and the quality of the food is unbeatable. Anywhere else in the world, for what you pay for the food that you get, Albania is number one. Pro number 3 about Tirana, Albania is that the weather is pretty predictable. You have hot summers and you have cold winters. Right now it's February 2022, and yeah, it was pretty cold when we first arrived here. For how south Albania is, it gets pretty damn cold during the winters, but in the summer it does have some pretty extreme heat too. Like we were here last summer and it got up to 40-45 Celsius. So keep that in mind. It is very predictable, and that is a big plus in our opinion.
The next pro on our list is that there are so many things to do here in and around Tirana. You will literally never get bored. We just made a video about that you can check out. There's amazing nightlife, lots of culture, museums, nature all around Tirana, the Grand Park. There are so many things that you can do and check out here.
Right now we are in the Ring Center Mall, and it's one of many malls here in Tirana. The 3 main ones would be the Ring Center, Top Tani, and the biggest one, the East Gate Mall. And all 3 of them are well worth checking out, so keep that in mind. The next pro that we have on our list about Tirana is it has close proximity to some absolutely mind-blowing coast. I'm talking you can get from here to Durrës in roughly an hour in a car. And Durrës has amazing coastline. You can drive down to Vlora if you want as well. And all around Tirana, actually, you're pretty much surrounded by mountains and amazing Albanian nature.
So from Tirana itself, you can make your way up north to the Albanian Alps in, I don't know, maybe an hour as well by car, maybe a little bit more. Albanian roads are a little bit unpredictable. So you can go up north to the Albanian Alps, or you can go down south, for example, all the way to Saranda. And if you are coming into Tirana, even if you don't have a car, there's loads of buses that can take you literally anywhere in the country. Our last pro for today's video is that the city of Tirana is very walkable. Now don't get me wrong, it is still a very large city, but if you are staying somewhere around the center, somewhere around Skanderbeg Square, you can pretty much get anywhere you want by foot.
Something to add to Naomi's point there about the walkability of Tirana is there is lots of amazing public parks here in Tirana, and it kind of makes you feel like you're just not in the concrete jungle of a city. It kind of connects you to nature a little bit, which is really good and a mega plus of this city. Okay, so those are the pros out of the way. And of course, there's a lot more pros than what we've mentioned here in this particular video. I'm sure if you're here for a longer period of time, you will pick up and recognize other things along the way that are more of a pro for you and your personal preference. But now it's time for the cons.
As affordable as it may seem for people that live a digital nomad type of lifestyle or for tourists, it is not the same for the locals here in Albania. The prices each year keep increasing and the salaries are not increasing at the same level, so it can be problematic.
Now, we actually just released a video on this very topic not that long ago, actually, just a few days ago. $20 in Tirana, or what can $20 get you in Tirana? And we thought it was incredible. We were very blown away by what we could afford here with the $20, but we got a lot of comments and feedback on that exact video from Albanians saying that you can stretch that $20 over 3 or even 4 days if you're smart about it and if you know where to spend your money. So keep that in mind the next time you come here. Now, con number 2 about Tirana, Albania is the public transport system. Now, it is improving and we have seen it improve since the last time we've been here actually, but there's not much structure to the overall public transport system, so keep that in mind when you come here. There's not really a timetable system set up, and a lot of the bus stops will be missing or not there at all. You just kind of need to go, reach out to the locals and figure out where your stop is if it's not a physical bus stop.
Another con on our list is the import duty. When we first came to Albania, we actually thought, oh, maybe we would be able to buy, you know, like a new phone or a laptop, maybe a camera or something like that in Albania. It sure will be less expensive than in the likes of Germany or Ireland. But it is actually the contrary. A lot of the goods here are more expensive. If you want to, for example, buy the newest GoPro Hero 10 in the USA, you would maybe pay something like $400. If you want to buy that exact same GoPro here in Albania, you might be looking at $600. So there is a bit of a difference there.
And this, of course, just has to do with the fact that Albania is not a part of the European Union. Now, there is talks and there is a lot of progress happening in that regard. I'm not sure if you watching this video are pro-Albania joining the EU or anti that, but nonetheless, in the future, that could change. Another con on our list is, just like any other major city in Europe or the world in general, the traffic. It kind of sucks. The roads can get really clogged, especially at busy peak times during the day. So keep that in mind, guys. If you're bringing a car with you to Tirana and you're planning on driving around this city, it can get pretty hectic.
The last con on our list for today is frequent blackouts. Now, the first time and the second time we came to Albania or to Tirana, we didn't have any problems with that. There were no blackouts whatsoever. This time around, however, we have had 3 blackouts in the last 2 weeks. And I mean, if you do work online and you have to hop onto a Zoom call, that might be an issue. That happened to me this last week actually, where I had to try and figure out how to get onto that Zoom call. But in the end, it always works out.
So guys, even though there are cons about Tirana, the pros definitely outweigh those cons. And we came back to Tirana because of how much we love this place. And since we started traveling a year ago, this is actually the only city and country that we came back to. So keep that in mind, guys. This place is awesome.
And that is pretty much it for today, you guys. Remember, we appreciate each and every one of you. Today, actually, we met one of our subscribers, Christiana.
Shout out, Christiana.
Shout out.
Our best supporter. We love you so much. We hope you and your family are keeping well. And we can't wait to meet up with you and grab a coffee soon.
Yeah, so definitely, if you ever see us walking around Tirana or any other place in the entire world, just come up to us and say hi. It really means a lot to us and it made our weekend. So just say hi and be a person.
Absolutely, guys. Make sure to do that.
My name is Naomi.
And my name is Luke.
We are Nalu Adventures and we see you all in the next video.
Peace, guys.